Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into episode number 439 of Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's KB coming at you with a little delayed solo dolo show. Your boy was in Long Island this week, or on Long Island, I should say, for the Long Island peeps. And obviously, Father's Day going down. Busy weekend for the kid. Just needed to catch up on some sleep. I'll get into the story, and I'm sure we'll talk about it at length on OTB, which you guys can listen to on Friday mornings over on YouTube, on the podcast feed, on OTB, and all that good stuff. So make sure you check out that if you're a lacrosse fan or if you just enjoy fun content with myself and DJ. I'll get into it at length, but I'll talk about it later on in the show as well. We got a lot to dive into on this episode, from the Phillies, the Flyers hiring a new coach, and the Eagles thinking going with a font that you can find on the internet is a good thing when it's really, really bad. We're going to get into all that. And, of course, make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Just search Underground Sports Philadelphia, or it's facebook.com/Underground Sports PHI. Twitch.tv/Underground Sports PHI is where you can watch every Wednesday night show with myself and Matt. Subscribe. I know it's hard to listen to all your favorite podcasters and YouTubers tell you to subscribe to something, but I can't express enough how important it is for us to be able to take this whole thing that we do here at Underground Sports and take it to the next level if you subscribe. Subscribe to the podcast feeds, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Leave the 5-star ratings and reviews, because that truly helps a lot. It gets the algorithm going, helps more people find the show. So subscribe to the podcast feed, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Leave the 5-star ratings and reviews. Check out the website, undergroundsportsphiladelphia.com, for all of our written content. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Smash the like button. Smash the bell icon so you don't miss a single video. And leave a comment. Leave a comment on the YouTube video. Share it. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Instagram, Snapchat. Wherever you consume content, share the podcast. On YouTube. Share it on YouTube. Just search Underground Sports Philadelphia. We can't get a custom link on YouTube until we hit the 1,000 subscriber threshold and until people watch our videos. 1,000 subscribers, in my opinion, is a lot more difficult in the long run than getting the cumulative watch hours. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. Big thank you to our sponsors who make this show happen: Main Auto LLC, Ducharme's Pro Foot, Security 21 Security Systems, Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated, Mark Ronchetti, CPA LLC, and the Dental Wellness Center of Vineland. Tomahawk Shades, best small batch eyewear in the game now. Tomahawk prescription glasses available at tomahawkshades.com. Check them out, Tomahawk Shades, and when you go to checkout, use promo code USP at checkout for 25% off your order at tomahawkshades.com. I'm going to tell you how much, if you've been waiting for the prescription lenses to come in, I'm going to tell you how much our discount code helps you out. Right here, live on the spot. tomahawkshades.com. You go to the prescription tab that they now have available. Got a couple of styles in there with the prescription stuff. I'm going to go to the Elite RX style. Easy. You cop them. Bang. Put them in. You want to get the most expensive ones. Polarized smoke lens, single vision, lens material, polycarbonate, added to the cart. It's $139.95. So you're going to get a free mystery gift with all orders over $175. But when you go to checkout, bada bing, bada boom, tomahawkshades.com, got it in the cart. You add the discount code. Free shipping on this as well already. USP. Apply. Bang. Taking $35 off. $34.98 comes off with our discount code. Makes $140 glasses $105. Not too shabby. TomahawkShays.com, promo code USP. Kenwood Beer, go to kenwoodbeer.com and use that Kenny tracker to see who's got Kenwood Beer on tap in the Philadelphia area. You got to be 21 or older to do so. And of course, please drink responsibly. I'm slowing down a little bit because it feels like I'm lagging. Don't know exactly why, but hopefully it's not too egregious for you peeps watching on YouTube. I'm also checking to see if Kenwood Beer has the beer golf back in stock. They do not, unfortunately. Hopefully that comes back soon. Need that beer golf back. And speaking of games, Bino Board. Go to binoboard.com, BINHOBOARD.com, and use code BINOUSP for 10% off your order. The green turf stripes back in stock. The ultraviolet board's going to be going out soon. The Bino trucker hat available. The Bino dad hat available. The Bino carrying case newly in stock. It's here. It's ready to rock and roll. The red band set back in stock. Whole new color waves in stock for the bands for your Bino board. Go to binoboard.com and use code BINOUSP for 10% off your order at binoboard.com. Let's get into it. The Phils took 4 out of 5 from the Washington Nationals, the stolen franchise. And man, oh man, does it feel good to see the Phils winning. Nothing really tops it, you know. I'm one of those people. I'm a sicko. I enjoy Phillies baseball as much as I possibly can. And sitting there watching the Phils decimate a bad team is everything you want this team to do. They are a good baseball team who have good players who can beat bad baseball teams. And that's what they did. They took 4 out of 5 from the Nationals. I was a little disappointed with the 5th game where they kind of just punted on it after Eflin came out after 2 innings. He might be hurt, which is unfortunate. But man, I was super, super thrilled to see that the Phillies took 4 out of 5 from the Nationals. Finished up that Marlins series with a bang. And now they're heading in the direction where we've talked about this since the month of June began, where that series against the Braves at the end of the month is going to mean something. It's going to mean something. And looking at it now, like, I might have to try to mess around, myself and Matt, and go get some tickies for that game. Because that series is going to mean a lot moving forward for the rest of the season. 28th, the 29th, and 30th, we might just be live at the ballpark one of these nights. Because that's a huge series. That's a huge series now that you took 4 out of 5. You took 2 out of 3 from the Marlins. You took 2 out of 3 from the Diamondbacks. You swept the Brewers. You swept the Angels. You won that first game in June against San Francisco. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 4 is 15. 15 and 3 in your last 18. That's crazy. That's unprecedented for the Phils. One more win and you're going to finish, well, actually with the couple off days, you're going to finish June with a stellar above 500 record. And you get the Texas Rangers in Texas the next 2 days on Tuesday and Wednesday, then a very good Padres team for 4, and then that Braves series where things could be twisted, flipped, turned upside down. Shout out to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air real quick. That's going to be such an important series for the now, the later, the wild card, who knows, the division. Because don't look now, like, it's still June and the Phils are only 8.5 back in the division. The Mets they're playing well, but they're coming a little bit back down to earth. You're only 2.5 games behind the Braves, if I did math correctly. Yeah, 2.5 behind the Braves. The Braves play the Giants on Monday night. The Mets finish up their series with the Marlins tonight. Let's go Marlins. Let's go Giants. That'd be huge. To get subscribe. It'd be huge to get the division even closer than it is right now and figure out some stuff as the season progresses. But the big thing coming out of this weekend is Zach Eflin hurt. And if he's seriously hurt, the Phillies can't sit around and wait until the trade deadline to go out and make a move for a fourth and a fifth starter. Matt and I talked about going out and getting a fifth starter on Wednesday's episode. Make sure you go listen to that. But if Zach Eflin is hurt for any amount of time, you can't just sit around and let Bailey Falter, Ranger Suarez, or have a bullpen game every fourth and fifth day. You need to go get a legitimate starter for the back of this rotation, whether it's a Noah Syndergaard, somebody from the Athletics, somebody from the team that's down in the dumps. And you got to address it quickly because Eflin was supposed to be a key cog in this wheel of letting this team make the playoffs this year as long as he was healthy. And he's not healthy right now. It's going to be tough for him to get healthy because it seems to be another knee issue thing. And who knows what that's going to do in terms of recovery time, what that's going to be for how long he could be out if he is seriously injured. But nonetheless, the Phillies were going to have to go out and get a fifth starter to begin with. Now you really got to go and address getting a starter in the trade market because it's you can't set yourself up for disaster. And you've had such a good month of June to really swing the vibes your way and get everybody invested in this team again that you can't let this team hang out to dry by only having 3 legitimate starters in your rotation with Wheeler, Nola, and Kyle Gibson. Got to go get a starter, if not 2. Got to go get a bullpen guy. Looking at the team's standings right now, you got to look at teams like the Cubs, the Reds. I brought up Luis Castillo, last week on the show. You got to look at the Rockies, German Marquez. You got to look at, Kyle Freeland. Maybe the Giants in a couple weeks. Or not the Giants, I'm sorry, the Diamondbacks in a couple weeks. You start looking at them. American League-wise, you got to maybe peruse the Orioles. Maybe the Royals to see if there's anything there bullpen-wise. The Tigers maybe. Even the White Sox potentially. Wow, the Guardians are above 500. Look at them go. The Athletics, the Mariners. Man, if they could get Lucas Gilbert from the Mariners, that would be so big. You got to look at the Rangers again, too. Like, you made a deal with the Rangers last trade deadline. Now you have a bit of a relationship with them, Dombrowski, to their GM-wise, to potentially go out and make a trade. Maybe go get my guy, John Gray. The Angels, obviously, Noah Syndergaard is somebody we talked about preseason, potentially being a player for this Phillies team to go get. But if Zach Eflin is genuinely injured and seriously going to be out for a significant amount of time, that's longer than, a couple starts, you have to go get a starter like now. I mean, looking at this schedule, if he's out, he pitched Sunday, so 1, 2, 3, 4. He was probably going to be the expected starter in either Friday or Saturday San Diego game, so that's already going to limit you. Ranger Suarez is probably going to pitch in one of those games as well. So, I mean, you got to figure out a pitching situation as soon as possible. There's no way to sugarcoat it, really. And hopefully Dombrowski is, working the phones and figuring something out to get this team some more pitching because that's really been an issue for them bullpen-wise, too. Corey Knebel stinks. Sir Anthony Dominguez needs to be declared the starter. I know Rob Thompson is trying to go, titleless in the bullpen, but you need to make him your closer. Sir Anthony has earned it. He's pitched well enough to be the guy. Corey Knebel stinks. Brad Hand, whenever I see he's coming in late innings, I have anxiety through the ass. This bullpen is nightmare fuel once again. It's Connor Brogdon and Sir Anthony Dominguez, and I'm like, okay, cool, we're good. But when I see the Andrew Bellattis and I see Corey Knebel and Jerry Sfamilia and Brad Hand, I'm on the edge of my seat, like pulling on my beard, pulling it out of my face, because I never know what to expect. This team is so unpredictable. It's bananas beyond compare. So go get a bullpen pitcher or two. David Robertson's right there from the Cubs. Bring the old man back. And you got to go get one, if not two starters, which is going to be difficult, but you got to make it work. And you got to make it work without trading Mick Abel, without trading Andrew Painter, and some of these young guys that are going to be instrumental pieces of the core of this pitching staff in probably 3 years, if not sooner. So, Dave, get on the phone. Time's yours. Time's yours, Mr. Dombrowski. So hopefully the Phillies figure that out. But once again, insert the Bernie Sanders meme. I am once again asking the Phillies to go and address bullpen help and starting pitching help because they didn't do it in the offseason. Need it. Need them to go out and get just a woodwork of pitching depth and rotation depth and everything-wise depth because they certainly need it. I do have to say, before moving on to one of the ugliest logos I've seen in a long time, Yairo Munoz, nice little piece, I will say. They brought him up when they sent Mickey Moniak back down to AAA to kind of get constant reps and stuff. Yairo Munoz has been very impressive. He's had some big hits, big home run against the Nationals. He's played pretty, solid defense. Nice little find down in the minors by the Phils to have him ready to go and come up and play in the big leagues. So shout out to Yairo Munoz. He's been very impressive. I've liked what I've seen from him. Don't know if the jersey number passes the jersey analytics test for your boy, but he was called up on a whim, so can't always get what you want. And last bit of baseball news too. Shout out to the man, the homie, somebody I covered when he was a junior in high school, coming off an injury. I got to cover him for a game and connected with him, and I'm friends with a lot of his family. So Buddy Kennedy getting the big call up to the major leagues over the weekend and playing for the Diamondbacks. I know this is a massive dream come true for him. Got his first major league hit, and his first major league home run was a grand slam, and seeing that video, it gave me chills just knowing like how hard Buddy has worked. And it's tough, when you're from Millville and you're in the shadows and trying to fill the shoes of Mike Trout and being at that level. There's been so many guys now from the Millville and just South Jersey area in general going out and balling and performing. But super happy and super stoked for Buddy Kennedy to be up with the Diamondbacks, and I can't wait to see you continue to thrive, brother. I've been in your corner since day one, and I'm just pumped to see you getting the opportunity you have worked so hard for. So shout out to Buddy, and keep doing your thing. Fun fact, Buddy Kennedy's grandfather, I want to say, Don Money, who used to pitch for the Phillies. Speaking of opportunity, because the Eagles took some creative opportunity to really mess up their logo. This is brought to you by the homies over at Pickup. You guys can go to playpickup.com, start playing the hottest headlines in sports, rack up points on your fan profiles, cash them in for prizes. That's playpickup.com. The Phillies are doing the right things, and the Eagles are messing with it. They're messing with the vibes. They decided to change up the font and the logo of it not being their primary logo, which I'm assuming the primary logo is just the eagle head. But the font that you have known to be on the Eagles jerseys right here You probably get right here, below where the NFL patch is on the jerseys and stuff. For as long as you've been alive, with the midnight green jerseys, they have changed that. And shout out to Nick Johnson. He brought this up on Twitter. The Eagles changed their font to a font you can find on the third page of defont.com when you just search Eagles font. It's so ugly. It's so fucking ugly. Like, to the Philadelphia Eagles creative team or whoever thought that this was a good idea, I know your intentions were good, but my God, did you make a catastrophic mistake. That logo is so fucking bad. It is one of the ugliest things I've seen. And I can't believe an organization that prides itself on history, that prides itself on, just culture and everything, went and switched up one of the coolest, most iconic font logos of all time into this ugly piece of shit, generic, looks like, when back in the day when it was cool to get a slit cut out of your eyebrow, that's what the Eagles font looks like. It's so bad. I just want to pick the brains of whoever decided that was the move, because that thing is just so egregiously bad, and I don't know who decided that it was okay to do that. I need answers. I need answers. That thing is one of the worst font logos ever. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That is what the Eagles logo was. It's not broken. You won a Super Bowl with it. Why are we changing it? There's no need to modernize the Eagles logo. It's so bad. Ugh. Like, I don't understand, and this is teams in general, when they try to change their logos and stuff, why they just go above and beyond to make things look terrible. Like, I just truly don't understand the need to change something that is so iconic and so good. The Eagles font logo was good. It's very good. It's one of the best font logos in all of sports. And we're changing it? Come on. Get a grip. It's June and we're pissed off about logos and fonts. Yes, we are. They were doing so well this offseason, making necessary changes to the roster, and now they're making unnecessary changes to the jersey and to the font. Come on. Can't be doing it. There's still time to the Eagles. There's still time to fix this situation and just scrap the whole concept. Pretend like it never happened. I just truly don't know what they were thinking when they decided to make this a thing. Truly have no answer. It just came out of thin air, came out of the sky, and I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away by just the boringness and the lameness of it. It's very lame. It's super lame. That's what it is. So shout out to the Birds for making a lame move in the month of June to stir the pot on social media, because I feel like that's all it was for. It was to stir the pot. It's a pot-stirring font change. You bunch of pot stirrers. Now that I vented about font, let's vent about the Flyers hiring a coach. John Tortorella, officially the next coach of the Philadelphia Flyers. And I don't know how to feel about it. You guys know we joke about the Flyers on this show. We have President Pump come in every so often to give the state of the union on the Flyers, the state of the Flyers address from President Pump, Will Castorina. I feel like he'll be in very, very soon to talk about John Tortorella, because there are a number of people who are like, this is great for the Flyers culture. He's going to, get things back to where they need to be. And then there's people like myself and Matt who are just like, Great. As if, the Flyers couldn't be any more irrelevant. Let's hire a guy who has, had bad reputations with players. He's, caused fights. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how I feel about hiring yet another former Rangers coach, hiring a coach who former players that played under him are either like, oh, he was the greatest coach I ever played for, or pray for all the Flyers players. I've seen both of those tweets, like almost verbatim. He's got a track record, but again, it's one of those things that Tortorella to the Flyers has felt like it's been in the works for a decade. I hope Gritty gets to tussle with him. That'd be great. I did see a tweet. Who let TK, Tortorella, and Gritty in the same franchise? It also feels like the Flyers are making a lot of these moves lately to accommodate, I guess, your new faces of the franchise, Kevin Hayes and Cam Atkinson. Because Cam Atkinson was very excited about, the hire of John Tortorella. And I guess, that's what they got to accommodate for now. It's Cam Atkinson and Kevin Hayes. So I don't know how I feel about this Flyers hiring. You guys let me know how you feel about this Flyers hiring in the comment section on YouTube. And be sure to subscribe over there. Share the video. Get the comment section cooking over on the tubes. Because I truly don't know how to feel. I am very indifferent. It doesn't swing the needle one way or another for me as a casual Flyers fan. Because they've been so bad, I've become very casual. So head over to our YouTube. Comment down below if you're a Flyers fan, how you feel about the Torts hire. Because, the Flyers lost a lot of fans over the past few years for trading Claude Giroux, for just being a bad, poorly run organization. There's a lot of things that they have to answer for to win this fan base back. And I don't know what will do it, to be honest with you. So we'll just have to wait and see what this new coaching hire brings to the Philadelphia Flyers. But the Phils, they did the thing. The Eagles are lacking. And the Flyers are just simply in limbo, I guess you could say, with so many people. The Union are also back, which is very exciting. Going to touch on them real quick before we wrap here. So the Union got back into action on Saturday as well. They 1-1 draw with Cincinnati. They're still doing this damn thing. They're third place in the Eastern Conference in the MLS, only behind the two New York teams. They'll get back at it. I'm not concerned. They got 26 points tied-wise points with the New York Red Bulls, and I think just getting their feet back under them after the break that they were on. Haven't played a game since May 28th, so getting back into the swing of things. Big match on Sunday against New York City FC in New York, so hopefully the Union can take care of business against New York and swing some points and move up in the standings again. Their next few matches to round out the rest of June is New York, and then they play Chicago in Philadelphia next Wednesday. And then they kick off the month of July, home against Columbus, on the road against DC United, home against Inter Miami, on the road against New England, home against Orlando City, and then they're on the road against Houston before that August 6th potential first date I have with the Union, if they want to accept my first date offer, on August 6th. So Union are back at it. Very exciting stuff. They've been having a pretty good season, and hopefully, things continue for them as things begin to progress into the summer even more. Want to thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Underground Sports Philadelphia. Make sure you're following us on the socials at Underground PHI on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311. Follow Matt on Twitter at Matt Castorina. Check out the website, undergroundsportsphiladelphia.com, for all of our written content. Subscribe to the podcast feed on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, we are there. And leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the like button, click the bell icon, comment down below, all that good stuff. Let's get the YouTube cooking this summer. Just search Underground Sports Philadelphia on YouTube to find our channel. Big thank you to our sponsors, Main Auto LLC, Ducharme's Pro Foot, Security 21 Security Systems, Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated, Mark Ronchetti CPA LLC, and the Dental Wellness Center of Vineland. Tomahawk Shades, Pickup, Kenwood Beer, and Bino Board. All 4 of those guys' information are in the show notes, the YouTube comment section in the description. You can check out all of our links and our codes for those guys down below. This has been Underground Sports Philadelphia, episode number 439. I'm your boy KB, and until Wednesday night, when Matt is sitting right next to me, I'm getting the heck out of here and signing off. Peace.